Okay, so let's look up this hybrid Oncidium Kuwait, which is a cross between Erisima times Gomeza Java, which is a cross itself. Now let's check out what Gomeza Java is. And just by clicking on Gomeza Java, it will come up and it will say it is a primary hybrid of Pusilla and Viricosa. No, Fastuosa, or whatever it is. Flexuosa. Okay, so this is one of them, and you can see that it is a lowland, small, medium-sized, temperature-tolerant Oncidium. And it's all right there. Carries many small flowers. And the flowering size. So, and refer to illustrated species. Okay, so I further Googled Gomeza flexuosa just to pull up a picture, check out the flowers, and most importantly to check out the pseudobulb, just to see the type of pseudobulb, because I'm trying to decide still if I want to mount it as I would a trichocentrum or pot it up like an Oncidium, and I'm moving towards Oncidium because when you look at those bulbs, I'm clicking on this one from Andy's Orchids. Thanks, Andy. You can look and see the pretty flower spikes, but those pseudobulbs look like a typical Oncidium, which trichocentrums are Oncidiums, but they have larger pseudobulbs than trichocentrums. So I'm really trying to just figure out what's best for this plant. And I am also gonna look up Viricosa, and you can see it's found in Bahia, epiphytic, medium-sized, cool to warm growing with ovoid, elliptical leaves, I would assume, or maybe they are pseudobulbs. But in any event, I am also going to look up a picture of Viricosa, and you can see it's a very pretty flower. And a closer picture shows us again that it is a smaller pseudobulb, or a larger pseudobulb, I should say, than trichocentrums generally are. So, that is Viricosa, Gomeza Viricosa, or Oncidium Viricosum. Now, another picture of it on orchidspecies.com. Thanks, Jay. Here's more description of it. From Brazil, medium-sized, cool to warm grower, as I said. And I'm really just looking at a picture. This is an in situ picture. Doesn't really show me much. But anyway, helpful indeed just to always do your research, just for culture-wise, and just to answer any questions that you may have. If you are unsure as to the culture, you can always research both parents and then see what they require or what their native environment, their native culture is. So, the other hybrid or parent of this plant is Erisina pusilla. There we go. Found in Nicaragua, Costa Rica, on tree shrub pastures, coffee plantations, and hot humid forests. And those are the pseudonyms. Again, low altitude plant, blooms in the fall through the spring, single flowered inflorescence. Okay, folks, we are back. And I am, instead of making my brain hurt by trying to figure out the best medium for this Oncidium, I was actually thinking that it was going to be mounted like my trichocentrums are. You can see those new roots that are green tipped, and they're pretty much all around the plant, but primarily in this area where there is a new growth starting. But as I was saying, I wanted to mount this because I was thinking that this was a trichocentrum, but it is an Oncidium. So to keep it simple, I'm just going to put it in a pot with, I don't have sphagnum, so I'm just going to fill it with this moisture retentive media that I have, which is my Phalaenopsis mix. And when I'm done, I'll be right back. So, I am back, and I really just fill it in and tap the pot to make sure that the media was evenly distributed throughout the pot, and tapped it so that it fell to the base and the bottom, and is still fairly loose around the roots. I did not bother with tucking these in. They will find their way to where they want to go. And actually, the more that I look, that right there looks like a flower spike more than a root. But of the fact that you can see how long the vellum is on the left as opposed to the right, which is fairly short as opposed to where the green tips are. Whereas this one, the green tip, has the same shape, but you cannot see the vellum because it's green all the way to the base. So that's most likely a spike. It could be a root. Most likely a spike. Good thing I did not mess that up. But that's that. I will give it a good water and then let it sit until the new growth or that spike progresses on its own for a bit, and then I will water it more. I will give it shade up until that point as well, acclimating it. Starting out away from the window and then moving it closer. These do like a good bit of light, but they do like shade from the heat of the midday, with reliable water, of course, as it's going into the growth season and hopefully the bloom season. Yay! Anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and as always, enjoy your orchids.